Honeybees will love this. Alright. This bed is looking a little sad. I just hoed up some of the weeds, but this one's a little bit more sporadic. This one needs some weeding. You can kind of see the rows. This bed's a mess. There's nothing here, and then an explosion. Let's see them up close. Definitely going to need to thin these, but I just hate to pull them out of the ground. And some of them are getting eaten by something. So I hate to remove some if some are getting bitten up. All these little tiny sprouts are the dill. And then look at my sunflowers. Like, I need to thin these. I planted 2. I really didn't need to, but they say to wait till you have multiple sprouts so you can see which one's like superior. Like this one's big, so I can take that one out. Oh, here she is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Okay, get off of my sprouts. Come on. The cosmos is going crazy. Ow. Ow! Okay, let go.
It is Saturday. I just got back from a work trip. The day that I left, a farmer that farms what used to be in front of our house and like adjacent to our house, he was spraying. So the last time he came to spray, I was like, oh crap, I got bees. And I was like, you're supposed to let me know that you're coming. And he's like, you were supposed to let me know that you got bees. And I was like, touche. So he held off, but then the morning I was leaving for my trip, he texted me like, hey, I'm coming to spray. And I'm like, shoot, I'm already at the airport. I'm not gonna have Emma deal with it. She's with Jack, so whatever. So let's see. As you can see, we have the hive here, and right next to it is this little cornfield, soybean field. There's one behind it, and then there's about 10-20 acres of corn, soybean right here too. And this is a lot of what they forage from, I'm guessing. So I'm really hoping it didn't mess with them too much. The lady who gave me my bees, she was telling me that they spray by her house too. And really what you should do is just lock them up for like 12 hours. Apparently when they spray, it's in a liquid form, and when the bees go and forage on it, they, I guess, either die with the liquid on the plant or they bring it back to the hive, which isn't good either. But if you can put like a screen mesh over the coverings, like really early in the morning or late at night before the foragers go out, then most of the bees will be stuck in that hive. You let the liquid spray dry for like 12 hours, and then once it's dried, it really doesn't harm the bees at all. So I wish I could have done that, but I'm hoping the bees are still fine. What I want to do today is just open up, now that I have a second box, I want to see if they're using it. I want to see if there's any damage I can tell from them spraying. And the last time we looked, I also saw some cells that were kind of big at the top of the frame. And that could either be queen cells, or more likely I thought drone cells. And after some research and talking to people, I think those were definitely drone cells. That can be healthy because the bees just want to reproduce, and it's, I guess, part of their cycle that they would produce drones, which are male bees. But producing a lot of drones, or in some cases, I'm not sure what to look for pattern wise, but it can actually mean that they're unhealthy or unhappy, sorry, with their queen, and that they're getting ready to swarm, and that drones are about to leave. So we'll see. We're gonna look in there. Hopefully they are using all the sugar water. Let's open her up. Okay, they definitely drank all the sugar water. Obviously, I only put a cup or two in there, and it's been a week, so I'm sure they're using it up in the first day or so, but I'll fill this up again and put it in there. Okay, this is the center frame from the top box that's brand new. So you can see there's lots of bees on it, and I'm starting to see nectar form, so I'm happy that I think they're working their way up. They're definitely using it. Another little learning opportunity. I just realized there's only 9 frames in here, and because of that, there's space between each frame, so you can see, oh, there we go. They're building up honeycomb and stuff in between these, which isn't great. So I need to push these together, push them to one side, and put a 10th frame in here. All right, so they're using a lot of frames in the hive, which is good, but I am already not too happy. I'm seeing a lot of brood here with normal patterns, if you can see there. But on this side, I'm seeing a lot more of those drone cells. You can see them near the top, those big bulbous ones. I'm also seeing some down here at the bottom, which is not a great sign. I'm gonna need to consult the experts I know. In fact, that might be a drone. That might be a drone right there. I don't know for sure, but look how much bigger this bee looks. If that's not the queen, then that's definitely a drone. And it might not be great for there to be so many drones in this hive. You know, one interesting thing you can see though, when brand new worker bees come out, they're very light and yellow, kind of fuzzy. If they come right out of their cell, they're like that light color. And the ones that are darker and have more prominent stripes, those are usually older bees. And if you see their wings are damaged, they're probably foraging bees, and they've flown so much that their wings are damaged, which means they're pretty much at the end of their life cycle. So unfortunately, they're gonna croak sooner than later. So this is a full frame of brood. You can tell, you can see the hexagonal shape. This entire frame is covered in it. But on the back, I'm seeing more of those drone cells. And down here, that's getting funky. I don't know if that's drone cells or what. I'm really going to be looking for eggs today. I really want to see brood in all stages. I want to see eggs, larvae, and cat brood. And if I'm not seeing that, I'm going to be pretty worried about the condition, or let's say location, of our queen. Because all these drone cells are just not making me think the hive is working in perfect order. think I lost a little bit of video. My phone overheated, but I got 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water in this jar. I'm actually gonna place it on a feeding board, and I'm gonna throw this 10th frame in the second box real quick. Okay, so I put a 10th frame in here to fill it up. I know I'm using a feeder board. I might be using it upside down. I hope it fits. But this is pretty much going to allow for better ventilation. Instead of the jar itself covering that hole, now air can get out through this hole and this hole, and it should let the bees get up there. So overall, they're starting to use the second box, which is great. I'm seeing a lot of drone cells. I'm seeing a lot of larvae, even in really young stages, but I didn't see a whole lot of eggs. And I obviously didn't just spot the queen. So I'm hoping the queen is still in there. I'm hoping she's in a good condition. Otherwise, I'm sure these drone cells are not a good sign. So I'm gonna have to look up more on that. The other thing is I'm not seeing a whole lot of honey. Their population is like booming because all the frames are filled with brood and they're hatching, and from the nuke I got, I'm sure there's, you know, double or triple as many bees now, and so they're all needing to eat, but there's only so many forager bees, and so I think their population is outweighing their honey production. So maybe I need to call Thanos, or they just need to pick up the pace and work a little harder, you know? So I'm hoping that we see a lot more honey soon. I'm gonna look up stuff with the drones, but hopefully the spray from the farmer doesn't totally wipe out these bees. I think they looked pretty good. I didn't see a whole lot of dead bees, although I'm not sure if that effect would take place after only 5 days. But yeah, that's what we got so far.